So a few days ago, I decided to sign up and attempt a 100-mile ultramarathon. I wrote down some notes I wanted to share with you while I'm sitting here journaling and reflecting on it. Now, this isn't going to be one of those videos that teaches you how to train for them because I didn't train for it specifically. I signed up 9 days ahead of time. I got an email in my inbox. Clicked on it. It said Colorado Springs First Ultramarathon, 100 mile, 50 mile, or 28K. In the back of my head, I had thought maybe I would like to stack up, see how I stack up, and if I can do 100 miles, sign up. I knew I didn't want to do, I'm not a runner, so I didn't want to do the 50 mile and then re-go out and do 100 miles. That's 150 miles. I wanted to just see what happened at 100. So signed up for it. Really cool organization, really cool event. I've shared a lot about them on Instagram to give them credit for putting it on. But I signed up for it. This isn't going to be a video about gear, like what water bottles and jackets to wear, because I didn't really know or really have any. I didn't have sneakers for it, so I had to order it. They came in a few days ahead of time. Thank you for overnight shipping. And did watch a lot of other YouTube videos on ultra marathons. This one's going to be different. Those were very helpful for me that taught about what to see out there, what might happen. They're beautiful cinematography, drones and all that, but I'm a little bit too old for that, and I don't have one of those cool sticks with a GoPro or anything like that. I had my phone with me, but I needed it for my GPS, so I only got a few clips for you. Those videos will do a much better job on training and gear and nutrition and things like that. I want to just chat with you a little bit about the mindset. The mindset about how to go out and accomplish a challenge like this. So like I mentioned, it was 9 days prior. I had not signed up. I'm not a traditional runner. I don't really run at all. Probably haven't strung together 5 miles other than this one in a long time, in a couple years. So there was no long runs. There's no short runs. There's no tempo runs. However, and I don't want to be some hardo that's like, oh, I went from the couch and went and did this awesome thing. Everyone's got to be so tough and strong like this. I do train. And so my number one mindset tip is to be ready to experience things you want in life. I work out for about an hour a day, and I hike and walk with my wife for about an hour a day. We bookend the day, so it's around work. I like to lift in the morning, and I like to walk and talk. Now, we walk at different paces, so I usually wear a weight vest or rucks, and we'll just do 45 minutes to an hour walking and talking. And that was the training, but that helps me get ready. I've done that consistently without missing a single day for 8 or 9 months. It's not like I work out a couple times a week. I work out 7 days a week. I lift and I walk because I know that'll get me most of the way there to accomplish anything that I want. So it's not a true couch to 100 miles. It's hey, this person works out a lot, they've done a lot, but not a traditional runner. Don't run. But it is still possible to do 100 when you're prepared. So the first mindset is be always ready. You never have to get ready when you're ready. So you just show up and you can do things. And it allows a lot of cool experiences in life. The second thing is no expectations. Now, I didn't know what I was really signing up for because I didn't look at the elevation profile of the map, didn't realize it was 17,000 feet, didn't realize it was through the mountains and had a lot of technical terrain. Had a lot of terrain. I shouldn't say a lot of technical terrain. Had some dirt roads and mountain trails that were well groomed, but it was a lot of climbing. It was brutal up and down those mountains in the heat. But I also had no expectations on what times I should be running, except for I got to stay under this time. I didn't think I should run 10-minute miles or 11 or 12. I didn't have those expectations, so there was no point where I really thought I was failing. Like I never got in my own head. We started. I went out with lead pack because I wanted to lead pack. There was, a handful of people they were easing into it, and I was going as hard. So I don't want to say like I'm fast, but I wanted to get some miles. I wanted to put some miles in the bank, so I knew I could hike and walk and grind out the rest once I got some in the bank, as long as I could keep the fatigue under control from going out a little hot, which is opposite of what you should really do if you're a good runner at ultra marathons. You want to go out slow. But I didn't have those expectations. I didn't know if I was doing good. I didn't know if I was doing bad. I just knew I was moving forward. So at no point did I ever really get down on myself when I was grinding it out. Oh, I should have been at this time. It just wasn't in my head. It's like, I just need to stay under this time and keep moving. Stay under this and keep moving. The third bit of the mindset was just setting small goals. Small hinges swing big doors. So I would set a goal. Hey, I'm gonna walk or run to that tree, like power walk or run to that tree, and then slow down for 10, 15 seconds. I'm gonna go to the next one over and over and over again for 33 hours without taking a break of setting those small goals. At no point, because I was off by my own for a lot, because the good runners ran off pretty quick. I was off on my own for quite a while, and being accountable to yourself is very challenging. And I took that as a personal challenge. So I would go, all right, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to keep going. Just small chunks equals a big goal. And if I didn't set those small goals throughout the night, I would not have made it. I made the cutoff and completed the 100 miles by 15 minutes. So it was 32 hours and 45 minutes was my time. I did complete it, but had I given in to those temptations in the dark hours of the night or in the heat of the sun where I saw a little bit of shade and I thought, damn, I want to roll around in that shade. I want to get in that. And I didn't allow myself to do it because there's a bigger picture goal and I want to keep my small goals and repeat them. Next mindset, the glory day mindset. I don't enjoy it when people talk about the past like they were their glory days, like it was something that happened in Little League, something that happened in Teener League, something that happened in high school, and now they're 40 and 50. Like back in the day, I could do X, Y, and Z. And I took that as a personal challenge for myself because I used to say things like that. That's not pointing fingers at anybody else. And I always want to think that my best days are still ahead. I could do 100 miles, and I always thought that in my head, so I would go out and accomplish it. I could do the 4,000 pull-ups in a day on my 40th birthday, which was one of the previous videos I shot, and go and do that. Like the best days aren't behind, and keeping that mindset was powerful throughout the race. And the last thing I want to share with you is the someday mindset. Someday I'll do a triathlon. Someday I'll run 50 miles. Someday I'll do an ultra. Someday I'll be able to lift this. Someday I'll do this experience. Well, that someday never tends to come around for most people. They talk about their glory days and they talk about someday and they don't live in the present. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity that the email came across my inbox. It said, hey, you want to go run 100 miles? And I was in a ready state. I didn't have expectations, but wanted to challenge myself. I set small goals. I want my best days ahead of me, so I clicked yes. And I took the opportunity and it worked out. And if you have any questions about the experience or how my body is today, this is 2 days after, I'd love to do some Q&A on it and give you some more value on what you really want. If anyone is out there thinking, you know what, maybe that Joe isn't so crazy. He's a little crazy, but he's not so crazy. That maybe I could do this too. And maybe I could have this experience and have something cool. And my family could be waiting at the finish line with a big banner, so proud of their dad to come across and give them a big hug too.